We're driven by the search for better. But when it comes to hiring, the best way to search for a candidate isn't to search at all. Don't search, match with Indeed. Indeed is your matching and hiring platform with over 350 million global monthly visitors, according to Indeed data, and a matching engine that helps you find quality candidates fast. Ditch the busy work. Use Indeed for scheduling, screening, and messaging so you can connect with candidates faster. Leveraging over 140 million qualifications and preferences every day, Indeed's matching engine is constantly learning from your preferences, so the more you use Indeed, the better it gets. Join more than 3.5 million businesses worldwide that use Indeed to hire great talent fast. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/Blue Wire. Just go to Indeed.com/Blue Wire right now and support our show by saying that you heard about Indeed on this podcast. That's Indeed.com/Blue Wire. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed.
Achieving a gorgeous grin from home isn't a total mystery with Bite Clear aligners. Just don't be surprised if all of your sleuthing friends start asking, "What's your secret?" Begin by ordering your at-home impression kit today for only $14.95. Bite Clear aligners are doctor-directed and delivered to your door. Treatment costs thousands less than braces. Plus, they offer flexible financing, accept eligible insurance, and you can pay with your HSA FSA. Get 80% off your impression kit when you use code WONDERY at Byte.com. That's BYTE.com. Start your confidence journey today with Byte.
Welcome, everyone, to the Sickos Committee podcast. This is our podcast for the evening of June 23rd, 2024. I tried to get the intro in before the energy got weird, and I missed it. I missed that chance.
Should I use that, or should we save it for a better reveal once we actually have
save it for a better
sound
reveal?
Effects or something? Okay. We'll save it.
Save it,
listeners, you don't know what you're missing. You'll find out, but you got to keep listening to every subsequent podcast we do.
All I know is that the energy is super horny right now. We've started horny, and it's going to get worse. Worse is the word I'm using there.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at the show notes. It's going to get worse.
I don't even hear Brigit.
Yeah, Brigit, I don't hear you.
I don't hear you at all.
Why did we not do this before we started?
I thought she was clear.
I thought she said something.
My name. She said
I heard
you sounded fine, and then I don't know what happened to her mic. Nope, nothing, Brigit.
No.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, I'm just...
There you go.
Oh, gotcha, now.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay,
I don't know what's going on with that.
Okay, let me get a clean start of the episode again, just because that.
Sorry, that's on me.
No, it's not on you. It's on me also totally messing that up. Hey Beth, how are you?
I'm gonna use the first one.
Use the first one? Okay. I'm gonna start again just because. Welcome, everyone, to the Sickos Committee podcast. This is our podcast for the evening of June 23rd, 2024. I hope Arthur uses all the takes I just did, all two of them. I'm going to jump in to my first topic, so I'm going to introduce everyone very fast. We got Brigit tonight as our guest. We got Beth. We got Commish. We have Arthur. And we have a graphic about Grimace that I need to talk about.
Need is a choice of a word.
First thing in the show notes, it is something that ESPN PR released.
I love this. I carefully crafted the show notes. I did all of this stuff, and you were like, I'm not going to be able to touch the show notes until later. And then immediately, ESPN PR tweets this at 7 p.m. Central.
Yep.
And it's just like, hey, we're leading the podcast with it. I'm like, perfect. There we go.
Commish, what am I looking at here?
What are you looking at here? You're looking at here. You're looking at Mr. and Mrs. Met and Grimace reenacting the meme of the boyfriend, girlfriend, and then looking at another girl passing by. But the order of this is quite interesting because Mrs. Met is playing the role as the boyfriend that is spinning around and doing the ooh face. towards Grimace's ass.
See, I'm going to argue that this is a litmus test. Because the way you read Mr. Met's reaction tells me a lot about you. What is Mr. Met's reaction at?
What do you mean? Like he's just like
what is he reacting to?
And from what I can tell, it looks like he's upset at Mrs. Met looking at Grimace's
that's
purple booty.
I think he's also looking at dad ass.
That is how I read it. I see him also staring at dad ass.
That doesn't follow the meme template.
Yeah, I could see that in that he would be, but I would have seen him looking at dad ass, then looking at Mrs. Met, who's also looking at dad ass.
Right. Also, Grimace's face. Grimace's DTF. He is good to go. That smile, that little shy smile, I love it. Everything about this.
I would call that more of a smirk than a shy smile. He knows what he has, and he knows what his mama gave him, and he's gonna flaunt it.
And as we found out in the last couple of weeks, he is part of the McDonald family. So, we know good genes. That's what I'm saying.
I just love the attention to detail in this graphic where they have Mr. and Mrs. Met wearing like the normal God-approved Mets hat, and Grimace is wearing the City Edition or City Connect or whatever it's called, because that just happened to be the one that they had the day that Grimace was there.
I thought it was a Yankees hat for a second. For a split second, I thought it was a Yankees hat.
Yeah.
Well, that shows that they really nailed that Mets City Connect.
Also, the person the artist that did this, and God, I hope someone got paid to do this. I think I see an artist tag, but I can't read it from here. From the brick, I think that's the artist's signature. Mrs. Met is also caked up. Canonically, she's got a good butt. And here in this drawing, she absolutely does. And then we have the female, we're back on female mascot characteristics. Here we've got the ponytail and we've got the eyelashes. The eyelashes coming back yet again as the way that you make your mascot a girl. I don't know. I love this, y'all. This makes me happy. The little sign that says field access even feels dirty in this context, and I couldn't tell you why.
Are you bothered by the fact that this graphic is called Check Out the Mets? Because it looks like what we were checking out is Grimace.
Yes. Look at the eyes and the O and the out. Yes.
There's a semiotics at play here where the Mets are now represented by Grimace and not the married couple of Mr. and Mrs. Met.
Who just got a shared Twitter account because something went on. But ever since then, it's gotten freaky. And I love it for them. I want to know what their account is.
Oh, no.
That's not a word I'd hope to hear tonight.
Right? Or ever, really?
I don't even know what that is, and I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Think Facebook for Kingsters.
Oh, okay.
We can move on.
It's fine.
Move on.
I mean, this is just something I don't need to know. I'm not gonna. It's like I'm not even doing that. I don't know. People replying to like some viral video about a hawk or something, and I haven't even bothered to. I have no idea what it is.
Like the Atlanta Hawk mascot?
No, I think it's one. I think it's like
yes.
Hawk
Please
Tua.
try to please try to explain this, please.
I don't even know. I'm not gonna look it up.
I'm just saying the Atlanta Hawk mascot was very horny for the NBA in-season tournament.
Okay.
Last fall.
Can I say though
Sure.
that meme, that distracted boyfriend meme, the official Shutterstock image is called "Disloyal Man Walking with His Girlfriend and Looking Amazed at Another Seductive Girl." That's the official title. I'll thank you to use that. Apparently, this was taken in Catalonia somewhere. Awesome. There's a whole Wikipedia article, a very well-sourced Wikipedia article. 41 citations over the distracted boyfriend meme. God, I love the internet.
I feel like a stock image is going to have a very verbose title just because like that makes it so much easier to find. Like,
yeah, it's the SEO title.
Yeah, no one looking for a stock image is just like looking up like, I don't know, like picture of a woman. Like it's disturbingly precise what people will search for.
Yeah. Well, yes. I'm going to skip my joke there. I love this graphic. It's amazing. It's beautiful. More of this, Mets, as long as you're going to run your Grimace thing.
I mean, they are 8-2 as of right now. They have a 3-run lead in the bottom of the 9th against the Chicago Cubs right now. So they could be 9-2 shortly. They're up 5-2.
I had mentioned the other night that you could make lasagna in a dishwasher, and y'all laughed at me. And then WCIA, let's not talk about what that is, that call sign is. WCIA out of Illinois.
What kind of call sign?
They suggest that you make Mailbox Lasagna. Now, they are cowards because they call for a small pan. A 5x9 pan of lasagna, that's not enough.
How big is your mailbox?
How big is your mailbox, dude?
Yeah, dude.
Do you have like a 12x9 mailbox?
That would be great, wouldn't it?
Do you have a post office box in front of your house, like one of the big ones?
I don't have like a normal mailbox. You have one of those like cluster mailboxes. So like I'd have to put it in like a.
Oh, you have to go like down to the hallway. Okay.
Yeah. It's outside.
You're like one of those 18th century ovens with all of the compartments.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking about it now though. I should get a 13x9 mailbox.
So it fits every Amazon package, yeah.
Screw you, Arthur.
Oh, haha.
No, in all seriousness, this would not work in my mailbox because I got a vertical mailbox and it's on the front porch, so it's shaded. So this would not work. The lasagna would like fall out of the pan and just like it would make a mess and it wouldn't cook.
It's reminding me of the story that Puddles told me back in his frat boy days, where they had a pledge who brought a pizza to a party carrying it under his arm like a book.
Oh, I would have.
So explain to me, obviously we're
he
having
needed some glue on the pizza. That was the problem.
We're having a heat wave here, but I've never lived in the South. Maybe I just don't understand things. How many things do y'all cook in your mailboxes?
But you can, right? Why would you not if you could?
So this is, I want to just say that WCIA, this is a psyop, because like when I was growing up and they would be like, oh, it's hot enough to cook an egg on the street.
Yeah.
So let's see how long it takes to do that.
Yes.
This is just, I want to know what substances someone was on.
I mean, look, you said it's a psyop. Like, listen to the call signs.
That's what I'm saying. See,
of this WCIA, and this is
it's
based
not
out of
Pepe Sylvia. If the clues,
this is based out of Champaign, Illinois.
Now, what goes great with a mailbox lasagna but champagne?
That's right.
Oh, now I'm imagining warm champagne, and I just want to lie on my floor and never get up.
Tepid lasagna and warm champagne.
Is a Stouffer's lasagna 5x9?
No, I think they're a little bigger than that.
I think they're a little bit bigger.
Yeah,
you'll probably get like a single person one, right? Like just
like your personal
lasagna for one.
Yeah,
I would say that
those frozen lasagna meals, like Stouffer's, like.
Well, yeah, no, but here's what I'm saying.
Cuisine.
Like, if this has meat in it, and I don't know, it depends on your lasagna recipe, but I feel like there's also going to be dairy in it.
Yep. Okay, so here
you're going to put that in an uncontrolled temperature. Even if your mailbox is hot, you're not controlling the temperature of that. Like, maybe it heats up, maybe it doesn't. And if it does not heat up enough, that's a serious food safety issue. You're having unrefrigerated meat and dairy that you're then going to eat hours later.
But look what this says, Arthur. It says, because they knew about this. This weatherman says, step 1, assemble lasagna in small 5x9 pan. Use only fully cooked meat. He's thinking about you. He knew you were going to ask about the meat issue.
Yeah, but you're leaving it for 8 hours to cook outside.
Don't put raw ground pork in there. Cook that ground pork first, and then you put it in your mailbox.
All of this is just asking to go to the ER and have your stomach pumped. And
you're putting pork in a lasagna?
Italian sausage.
Slow cooker lasagna. Slow cooker mailbox lasagna.
Step 2.
My issue with this is not step 2.
Okay.
My issue with this is step 3.
Thank you. I just noticed.
No, okay, so step 2 is place lasagna in mailbox by 10 a.m. Leave 48 hours to cook. Cook is such a generous word here.
Yes. Then let's read step 3, shall we?
This is the best step.
Return home.
Best is
grab the mail. Grab dinner and enjoy your mailbox lasagna. So in this fiction that this terrible human being on the news has invented, you are going to put your lasagna into your mailbox atop the mail.
Yeah.
Or you are expecting that you're going to put it in. The mail is going to be delivered at some point while you are gone. And you're going to have goop mail when you come back.
What if the mailman takes your lasagna?
To protect that.
No, the mailman's not going to take. The mail carrier's not going to take your lasagna. You're asking for them to like open your hot mailbox.
Yes.
Right. Mess with your temperature for one, and then have to slide your mail in next to the lasagna, and you're just asking them to burn their hands. You're asking for a lawsuit.
Oh, this is an attractive nuisance. Yeah.
Man, imagine you're a mail carriers. You got to put up with you got to put up with dogs. You got to put up with weather. Imagine you open a mailbox. There's a damn lasagna in there. They don't pay mail carriers enough for you.
No, they do not pay them enough for this.
Mailbox.
So as a mail carrier,
my mail carrier already comes in contact with enough of my shame, just vis-a-vis the things I mail to my home.
Or the
Yeah, they don't need to be subjected to this.
Yeah, they know way too much about me already.
Yeah.
I don't need them to know that I'm a complete pervert.
And I do not need
my. I'm not a complete. Yeah, I'm not a pervert who's going to have mailbox lasagna. Like,
yeah,
I do have some shame left.
I feel like my mail carrier probably a lot of things happen over the course of the day for a mail carrier. They see lots of things in mailboxes. This is a normal thing for there. However, I would say that opening a mailbox and finding a lasagna in it is the sort of thing that they would think back, did I deliver this person a lasagna yesterday and they just haven't opened the box yet? Oh, no, they must be intending to mail this lasagna somewhere.
Right, like you put the little red flag up. What's the mail carrier supposed to do about that?
Right.
That would break me. Like there are certain times, like when I was teaching middle school, that like someone would come up to me and ask me a question that would just break me for the day. Like I would just start cackling and mentally break. If I'm a mail carrier, opening a mailbox and finding a lasagna in there might actually break me for the day.
I mean, you gotta put a note there, like, "Hey, I'm cooking lasagna."
Oh, now that makes it fine. That makes you less of a pervert if you leave a note.
I mean, you gotta have some sort of consideration, you know.
I'm a
just
mailbox
like
food pervert.
Hey, when you tell the UPS person, "Hey, you can leave like the package like over here. It's fine. I promise." Let the postal worker let them know, "Hey, I'm cooking mailbox lasagna. I don't have anything urgent that I'm expecting." This is not
about you. This is about me.
Is this a dead duck do not eat situation?
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, because the minute you put a note up being like, "Hey, don't worry, I'm just cooking lasagna in the mailbox," I'm absolutely opening the mailbox to see the lasagna.
What if like, you know, you put the lasagna in the mailbox and then you accidentally raise the flag?
Yes.
So you're like, "Hey, I got then the postal worker just takes the lasagna and you don't have any lasagna anymore."
Well, okay, and then also, I feel like the lasagna probably wouldn't have proper postage on it.
No, it get returned to you uncooked.
I know they say if it fits, it ships, but you still got to put it in the box. Presumably with whatever size pan they said, maybe that's like a priority rate box that you can put it right in there and they can ship an uncooked lasagna. But no, my other question too, like how many of your mailboxes are animal proof, like insect proof?
No, not at all. Nah.
I have bears in my neighborhood. A bear is going to come down and take that lasagna.
I'm so worried.
No, that would be lasagna.
Spiders in my. I'm so worried about spiders in my mailbox.
Great day for that bear. Like imagine
a lasagna.
Like I've seen articles about bears. I saw it like it was a couple months ago. Maybe I can find it. A bear when it like broke into someone's kitchen and took a frozen lasagna out of the freezer. Like, man, imagine you're a bear.
Yeah, man.
There's just like a lasagna and you'd think that was for you. You'd think that like that,
exactly.
like that's
like this is a Yogi Bear Coom Garfield event.
Oh God.
Right. Like bears come into town all the time to go through people's trash Imagine someone just leaving a lasagna for you. Like, you have hit the bear jackpot.
Mail carriers in the CIA listening area, please contact me to join our class action lawsuit if you have been harmed in any way by opening a mailbox and finding a lasagna in it. You can sue for your pain, suffering, anxiety, and distress. Please contact your nearest law firm and we will set you up with a class action suit, my friends.
I'm going to rattle off some foods. I want you guys just gut feeling. Would you eat that cooked out of a mailbox? Because maybe there's something here. Okay.
I'm going to stop you. No.
No? Okay. Well, let me start with this cheese plate. I got to bring the cheeses up to room temperature. I'm going to leave them in the mailbox all day.
What are the cheeses?
No, I'm thinking like some good soft cheese, like a soft camembert, like a brie.
No, not doing it.
No,
okay.
it's too uncontrolled an environment. I can't control the temperature in there. Room temperature, I can keep an eye on it. Mailbox is closed. It's out of sight, out of mind.
Depends on how hungry I am. I'm an idiot.
Okay.
Now I'm just thinking about using.
I'm a trash human. I'm a trash human. So sometimes, I'll do this.
Put the brisket thermometer in the mail slot.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See, you're seeing it.
What's your Bluetooth range for your Bluetooth thermometer?
I mean, my problem, like, I watch a lot of Bar Rescue.
Yeah.
Where it's a very formulaic show. So on every single episode, John Taffer gets mad about improper food handling.
Of course.
So I just, like, every single episode he goes in the kitchen, like, oh, they're keeping stuff too warm, or like, surprise, right? It's every single episode. I'm very attuned to that.
Is it weirder?
You gotta shut this mailbox down.
Is it weirder if I keep a chafing dish in my mailbox? Does it make it weirder or less weird? If I keep a chafing dish in your mailbox? A chafing dish. One of those.
No, that's the dish, but you need like the sterno.
The sterno?
Yeah.
Yeah, the dish that holds it.
I'm sure
the
sterno in looking at sterno in an enclosed space gonna be fine.
Again, you got the mail slot for ventilation.
Oh, you're right.
That's right.
Hell yeah, you're right.
That's right. It gives the nice waves to let Yogi Bear come get your.
Maybe that's the point of those 2 slot mailboxes that have like the newspaper slot down below. Now that most people don't do print news anymore, that's where you put the sterno. Okay.
Perfect. You cut a hole in the top.
Yeah.
And then the sterno.
Commish, I'm going to need you to try my mailbox gumbo.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Okay. Gumbo. Would you eat that out of a mailbox?
No.
Cowards.
I mean, like, if it's fully cooked, like if it's chicken and sausage, and you have the sterno thing that
everyone has a line. See, all of a sudden we've got Commish on mailbox gumbo now.
It's a low simmer, and everything's like fully cooked. So basically, like it's just like a low simmer. It's like a slow cooker gumbo.
Hey Beth, did you ever have to take all those food handling classes?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Me too.
Yeah.
Is this making you? How horrified is this making you right now?
I'm broken inside.
Okay, that's cool.
I'm just trying to figure out if I could make a roux in a mailbox without ruining it.
I mean,
I've made a roux in the oven. You have there's a very specific way that you have to get it going, and it's not perfect, but it gets the job done, and you can do it in 90 minutes.
So mailbox roux is possible. Okay,
it's possible. I still would need it, but it's possible.
Now I'm thinking about that one dude who has the 60-second roux that makes me beyond nervous.
Oh, when he just flash fries it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm thinking, what if I open my mailbox, Commish, and all of a sudden, full seafood boil comes pouring out?
I'm like, oh, boil?
Yeah, you open it up, all of a sudden it's like, oh, look, it's crawfish and corn, and it's delicious.
That just feels like a portal to another dimension.
It does. It
does.
Going
to be the rubberiest shrimp.
Oh, know.
I'm not gonna eat this. I mean, it's shell on. Okay. I wouldn't eat the corn or the potatoes because it's touching the mailbox. But the crawfish is already encased. The tail is safe. But the thing is, how are you going to keep the boil in? Because the mailbox would have to be turned up. The water's going to fall right out. And you're not going to.
Well, you got to keep pumping water into it all day long.
Well, it's not going to.
You put the hose in there. Yeah, put the hose in.
The newspaper holder sterno is not going to warm it up enough.
Yeah,
to
it's way more effort than it's worth for a low country boil in the mailbox.
That's right. Yeah.
I mean, I got a vertical mailbox. It's not watertight, it would still leak out, but it's vertical.
Get some Flex Seal. It'll work.
There you go.
I still wouldn't do it.
Okay, so y'all are cowards, and I'm gonna have to cook my mailbox this summer, is what I'm hearing.
Sure, go for it.
Yeah, that's
I tried to convince back here in this is the guest bedroom. There's a closet, and I once tried to convince my wife that I was gonna make not sopressata. What's the one you make with pork belly that you just wrap up and you don't not mortadella.
Mortadella.
It was something else. Anyways, you take pork belly and you roll it up and you cure it, but you just you don't cook it. You just let it hang in a closet for a while. And I was like so hell bent on doing this. This was COVID Jordan. And
I mean, you could they do that in Norway, like
exactly.
at Christmas for Pinneshot.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't do it in my closet.
Damn it, Brigit. Now I'm thinking about Mailbox Lutefisk, and I'm upset.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
I'm never going to be able to use that mailbox again.
I'm never going to be able to use my brain again because that thought's never going to leave it.
I have the cookbook from Noma, which is the very famous, world famous restaurant in Denmark. And they do lots of buried, preserved things. I could pack my mailbox with
you
salt.
can do it. You have a dark enclosed space.
Yeah, a mailbox.
The question is time, one, and temperature.
So you're saying
Denmark
is fundamentally
basement is better for storing things
So you're arguing that Denmark might be fundamentally different climate-wise than North Texas.
I mean, just a few degrees here and there.
Because they just put shit in the ground.
Yes. I mean, that's how you make the best kimchi.
So I can just go put shit in my mailbox, pack it with salt, come back 2 years later, and delicious fermented blueberries.
And a lawsuit from the city for a biohazard. Yes.
That's federal. All of a sudden, this becomes a federal crime.
Yeah, because you
put
put
a
anything
mailbox,
in the mailbox.
yes.
It's federal crime.
It's all federal crimes.
This is a question wrongly posed.
This is extremely exciting.
For federal crimes the whole time.
There are many types of food crimes, but few of them are federal. So.
You don't want those federal charges. We know that.
Yeah, especially Uspis.
Whew. Oh yeah, no, you can't beat that U.S. Postal Inspector heat, man.
Yeah,
Never.
The postal inspectors will come for you, and then you'll be a character on the episode of The Inspectors.
You get arrested by the Postmaster General. Oh my God, this is the dream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, so Jordan, I just gotta ask, right?
Yeah.
Whatever you do end up doing, can you make a video of it and cut it for social media? Because insane cooking shit goes really viral for some reason.
Okay, there we go.
Social media algorithms eat that stuff up.
Oh, here we go. Hello, internet. This is me, taking my daily lasagna in my mailbox. It'll be great. Okay, we're gonna have to unpack the beer price fight thing, and y'all, this is some week-long lore shit. It's summer. We're not supposed to be doing this.
Let's do it.
But Commish, can you start us on?
All right, I will begin.
At some point, Arthur is gonna start screaming into the mic like he's the fucking nostalgia critic. So we're gonna have to wait for that point. But
I'll wait till you finish. I'm fired up about this.
Okay.
But I will be stewing here. I will be cooking like a mailbox lasagna. You guys get through your stuff, and then I got some stuff to say.
Becoming poisonous after a while due to improperly handled meat.
He's got a stern.
I'm not joking. I'm not joking.
All right. So let's go back to what occurred. There was a post from, I believe, something called Sportskita.
I don't know.
I think that's where I found it. And you quote tweeted this thing, and
I was very careful. I said, I don't know if this is real. I don't
know if it's real. You didn't verify it whatsoever.
No, because that's not my job.
Trust and don't verify.
Yes.
Well, you indicated we had no idea about it. So we quote tweeted this. And so this kind of made its rounds on the college football internet Twitter sphere.
What was the graphic of, though? Be specific.
So the graphic was of beer prices in stadiums, like the highest beer price and then the lowest beer price. So the highest one was Tennessee, was $13, but it didn't give any context. Is it a tall boy? What type of brand is it? Is it big can, small can, normal can? Is it a draft? Nothing. None of that. And so on the graphic at the bottom, it had Tulane and TCU at $3 per beer. And so we quote tweeted that And we're like, okay, we can't verify this. We don't know what happens. But, we have a lot of Tulane folks that follow us. Maybe not the official football account, but a lot of Tulane folks follow us. And maybe the head coach does, which he does. And this makes its way on Tulane's internet. So Tulane then decides to do a graphic. And they make a graphic that says the cheapest beer in college football. And it's like, buy your season tickets now. And so like, okay, this is a season ticket ad.
Sure.
And it's like, buy this here. And then so, I jokingly make a really bad Photoshop of the Angry Wave holding a beer and quote tweet Tulane's tweet. And, since we follow Tulane, we're kind of like rapid succession, this happens. So bam, in combo, this happens. And so this starts to take off. Like, our tweet didn't go crazy, but everybody was just like, oh my God, Tulane is the best. You're amazing, Tulane. Which, I'm not going to disagree. I love Tulane. So from that point.
But then who shows up in actuallys?
It started to take off. And then here come a fellow Louisiana school, the Raging Cajuns, actually, Tulane, and says, hey, actually, we have the cheapest beer. And we have $2 Natty Lights at our stadium, and you should buy season tickets, and then you could drink the Natty Lights when Tulane comes to visit on September 21st. And so this kind of started a fight between Tulane and the Cajuns, because an argument between those fans became like, what is Natty Light? Natty Light's not even real beer. And Tulane's like, hey, we have our own beer. We have the Tulane Green Wave beer. And so this goes back and forth. And then the rest of the internet starts to advertise their beer along with season tickets. Pitt chimes in. It's like, hey, we have the coldest icy light.
That's
Iron City.
Right.
And I'm like, okay.
Then there was like all sorts of, it stuck with beer first though.
Yes.
Like Idaho
beer.
Idaho was like, oh,
Idaho jumped in. Hey, we don't know where our beer prices rank, but we have it. And, they tagged us in the tweet, which started to happen that everybody started to tag us in these tweets, like giving us credit for this trend. And I was like, we had nothing to do with it. But we'll take all the credit. Like, we got a tweet from like Maryland football, and we were tagged in a Maryland football tweet.
Because that's when it got weird, right? Because we started getting into food.
It started getting weird. It started leaving the beer price. It started leaving that.
Was Mississippi State the first non-beer one?
I think Mississippi State was the one to fire the shot that it was not related to beer, and they said they had the best cheese in the nation. And I'm like, oh my God.
Is like, oh my God.
Then the Yoda voice, the cheese wars, begun the cheese wars have. I don't know if Brigit can pull that off.
Here we go. Ready?
Yeah,
okay.
Begun the cheese wars have.
Done. Sold.
Perfect. All right, sold. So that happens, and then everybody goes off the rails. Like, the beer is no longer the topic. It becomes into the Auburn Buc-ee's meme thing that we had last year.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
You remember the Auburn Buc-ee's meme is like the only SEC school with Buc-ee's in the same city or something like this. And then like A&M giving them crap because Buc-ee's is an A&M company or an A&M alum doing that. And then that took off, and like, I still remember App State has a double-decker Wendy's, and then Arizona has, like, I have a boss who lives out in Arizona, and I brought up the fact that there was an Arizona McDonald's with a dinosaur off of that. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, it made no sense how that changed, and that went off the rails from the subject of beer.
And then we got like very specific ones, like the Hawaii one. The best spam musubi in college football. I'm gonna guess Hawaii, because I'm gonna guess you're the only ones that serve it.
It seems likely.
It's delicious.
I would hope
that said, I'm gonna give credit to BYU, because while they were still doing the beer, BYU notoriously like jumps in after or either before Idaho or before Mississippi State gets off the rails. They jump in, hey, join us for BYU. And there's a picture of chocolate milk. And like, join us in the fall, quote unquote. I'm sorry, inside the parentheses, sober because they don't drink, and that I don't know if them doing the chocolate milk gave license to everybody else go off,
And
but
it
I'm
just
like,
broke.
it's still on topic though because BYU doesn't have beer, which all schools, which I've figured out as of right now, I believe 117 or 18 FBS schools
It's almost
serve
every
beer
school.
in the stadium.
So then I see other ones. I'm just gonna highlight one or two here, Commish, that I like. Hey,
Okay.
Beth, did you know Marshall has the best pepperoni rolls in college football?
No, they fucking don't.
I mean, the graphic says so, and West Virginia said nothing. So I
West Virginia
assume
has not responded.
I assume that that's the truth then.
Yeah,
this is infuriating.
I mean, the minute I saw that, I knew that was going to be emotional damage to you.
First of all, if Marshall is going to go ahead and do a graphic like this, that's not the one to go after because it's wrong. The one to go after is to say that they have the best sandwich at Tudor's Biscuit World, which is true. The Thundering Herd is better than the Mountaineer.
What's on the Thundering Herd?
Oh, I gotta know now.
Okay.
Let me look.
While Beth is looking, other things like okay. So all of a sudden we have some interstate wars, Commish, because New Mexico says that they have the hottest green chilies in college football. Holy shit!
Which New Mexico State hadn't got involved at this point. And I'm like, this is going to start a war in the state of New Mexico. But the only thing is Las Cruces is basically like 30 minutes away from like Hatch.
Yeah.
Like the place of the Hatch peppers. And so they didn't even dignify that with a response to New Mexico. They just said, hey, we have the most beer with the most wobble to it because we wobble on and, you know, they'll, and that's part of their fight song. So they stayed on topic.
Commish,
Props to the Aggies for staying on topic.
Commish, I got a article for you I'm working on about the origin of that song.
Okay. There's that would be a good yes, rah, rah, yes, by the way.
I just posted the two sandwiches.
Okay.
And the Thundering Herd is objectively the better sandwich between the two. And yes, listener, I understand I can't have either one of these.
Okay, so the Mountaineer is country ham, potato, egg, and cheese.
Okay.
The Thundering Herd is sausage, potato, egg, and cheese. Yeah, no, sausage is better than country ham.
Yeah, it is.
That's just a...
Wait, hold on. True. Is that like a legit like hash brown in the middle of these sandwiches?
Like a McDonald's hash brown, yeah.
Yes.
Holy crap. All right.
Tudor's Biscuit World is a beautiful, wonderful thing.
Wow. All right. I'm blown away by both of those sandwiches. Just for the sheer fact that there is like a hash brown that is wider than both biscuit tops and bottoms. It's okay. Shout out to Tudor's Biscuit World. I knew it was good.
Biscuit tops and bottoms are listed separately on.
Okay. I don't even know what that is, but
thank you,
whatever.
Brigit. That look fills me with happiness, Brigit.
Again, I'm not even like acknowledging this.
That's
encouraging.
Right. Should I start my rant now?
Go ahead.
Yeah, here. Well, no. Well, hold up. Before you do that,
for what it's worth, I usually get the potato biscuit, which is just potato, melted cheese, and biscuit.
Nice.
All right.
I will say that this has started me down a path of trying to collect all this information. We may be asking y'all later on Twitter to help verify. I'm also going to be reaching out to athletic departments to find. We're gonna have a better answer for this, y'all.
No, we're gonna do this. And we were working with Matt Brown extra points. You know, he was actually like trying to think of something that we could combine on his newsletter, and then this showed up. So we're gonna try to get as much information because this sports keto thing, I don't even know how legit it is. They only surveyed 55 schools, and it was just of the 69 Power 5. But you know, we're gonna go.
We're gonna do this right. We got this.
Yeah, we gotta do this right, and we already have a spreadsheet going. We got price. We got how many ounces. We got to figure out if it's a can or if it's a draft, and we'll try to get brand. If it's just like domestic, like you know, Bud Light, Miller Lite, whatever, we'll try to get that information, and then we'll try to price it by ounce. But so far, the Cajuns are the leader, and it is Natty Light though. But you know, that's to each their own, and Natty Light was very thrilled in the replies for the Raging Cajuns.
Okay, Arthur, I'm gonna give you like 4 minutes. Can you do it in 4?
Listen, I can go for a long time, so just let me know. Okay. So we start with Tulane, and they claim the cheapest beer, and it's like, okay, that is one, a quantitative claim, and two, it's a general product. Like if I say beer, there's going to be something comparable at most other FBS stadiums. I know there's a few that don't sell beer, but it's like, okay, that's fine. The Raging Cajuns then come in, okay, like they say, no, we're cheaper. Okay, still quantitative, right?
Yes.
And it's still on topic, even if it's a specific kind of beer, like it's all good. Then we have people coming in that don't stick to the thing, right? And that's what annoys me is people that like they see a trend and rather than like going along with the trend, they're just like, okay, this is an excuse to just post something that we want to post.
Oh, so you're mad about the format.
Let's talk about Pitt. The audacity of Pitt to hop on a trend about beer prices in stadiums. My God. Heinz Field has the most uninspiring concessions of any sports venue that I have ever been to. Not only are they trying to hijack a trend about cheap beer with their own thing, they're shouting out a sponsor, right? Like Icy Light is not just like, oh, it's the local beer. Like, no, that's a big sponsor of the team. They have signage all over the stadium. They have a section in the basketball stadium that's the Icy Light Club. It's also not They said we have the freshest. I guarantee you are the only FBS stadium that serves Icy Light. Okay, so we got this like the random beer that is not relevant, not on topic, just an excuse for you to shout out a sponsor. Okay, then we get the people like Mississippi State coming in. Okay, number one, they're talking about cheese. We were not talking about cheese. Okay.
That wasn't the conversation we were having. You brought that in yourself.
Number two, is the cheese even available in the stadium? Like,
no,
I get it.
Is like, across the street.
You have a great ag program at Mississippi State. I've never been. I'm sure the cheese is good, but that's not what we were talking about.
That's right.
So you can't get that at the stadium. Then like, no, irrelevant. And also, like, can you cite your sources about it being the best? Like, if there is like a cheese competition between ag schools, like, okay. But
I mean, there probably is.
There probably is. I'm saying, like, cite your sources, Mississippi State. Cite your sources. And people, they kept getting weirder and weirder, just like, oh, hey, like, we want to shoehorn our way in here, right? Like, Hawaii. Like, I love Hawaii. I've never been to the actual state, but, like, the football program, like, I love it. I love Spam Musubi, like, great food, but also like what are you adding? Just it's gone from, oh, hey, like here's something that's, you know, that we're number one at, to just like, here's something that we can shout out. And I don't know, like I feel like I don't like it when I see Brent. The one that really got me shook was the UCF one. The UCF one, one broke the format in another interesting way.
Oh, the buzzballs.
A lot of these said, like, get your season tickets for this. UCF did not do that. They said, hey, like, we've already sold all our season tickets. We just want to make a post to shout out our thing. And then they posted Buzzballs, which I don't know, maybe Buzzballs like was founded by a UCF alum or something. That feels like something a UCF alum would do.
Spiritually, that feels correct.
But also they went to get the flavors for the right colors, for UCF colors, the black and the like gold. The Buzzball flavors, which I didn't know this was a thing. They had hazelnut latte and espresso martini.
Oh.
What the? So that got me looking up Buzzballs. Like, Buzzballs,
God.
Because I feel like I see like the main like normal sounding flavor, like, oh, like margarita, like in the grocery store when I'm at Giant Eagle, but they have latte. No, listen to these flavors, okay?
Yeah, go.
This is my last thing. I've gone off topic, but this is my last thing I'm going to say. So I'm just going to read you the Buzzball flavors.
Go.
Passion fruit martini.
Okay.
Pineapple colada. Cookie nookie.
No.
Pineapple jalapeno. Eggnog. Parentheses seasonal flavor.
Nope.
Nothing I want in a Florida game more than eggnog.
Peach chiller.
Wait, hold on. So it's UCF is in Orlando, right? And they have Orlando.
Sure is.
Okay, so they have Orlando ball games there. So like at Camping World Stadium, can we get some eggnog Buzzballs?
I fucking hope so. But only in September. I only drink nog in September.
Okay, in the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl, I would like an eggnog Buzzball.
Okay, we got more though.
Oh,
We got
Flavor confusion is just killing my stomach right now.
yes, we got Choco Chiller, Strawberry Rita, Watermelon Chiller,
Okay.
Cranberry Chiller,
All right.
Sour Apple Chiller,
Yeah.
Chilling.
Limerita Chiller,
Chilling.
Horchata,
Ooh.
Hazelnut Latte, and Chili Mango.
Okay.
Okay.
Lots
And
of
there are a lot of these that like work as cocktails. Like if I saw these flavors in like a nice cocktail bar, I would probably order any of them. There are a lot here that I do not want in a buzzball.
these are 20% alcohol. Hell yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Getting fucking wrecked off hazelnut latte in a 100-degree stadium.
Buzzballs were invented in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, I have also looked up the UCF corporate partners, and I would just like to note that Truly Vodka Soda is the official ready-to-drink of UCF.
What is this then? What is this?
Someone pining for the days of OG Four Loco, I guess.
Who knows? We got Buzzballs.
I mean,
Shut
I'm
up.
not saying every single one of these is a sponsor. I'm saying I know at least one of them was.
But then it's crazy if Buzzballs is not the sponsor. That's even weirder.
Yeah.
Because then it makes no sense.
It's a weird product to shout out as like a social media admin. Like I don't know who even is the demographic for Buzzballs.
I have no idea. Like I'm sitting here and like I was as big of a drunk as the rest of my cohort in college.
Yeah.
I never wanted to drink Buzzballs. OG for Loco, yes. Buzzballs was the line.
I feel like the thing with Buzzballs is like the demographic I feel would be into Buzzballs would want like bigger quantities of alcohol. Like they'd want more bang for their buck than like I'm gonna get a little ball of 15% ABV.
Right, exactly. Like if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna have the lemonade that kills you instantly and a bottle of Tito's. Like if I'm drinking that, I want to see Jesus.
Yeah, I did that for New Year's Eve this past year.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I do want to say that I have found an article about UCF's they had apparently a new venture competition, like of their version of Shark Tank in 2023, and the people that won $12,000 to grow their company were 3 people that said we should make a hard seltzer in 2023. This is our like breaking the market. 7% alcohol, 12-ounce can.
That's
business school innovation.
Yeah,
this is. What was there anything notable about it that you can find at all?
Yeah, they named it Night Claws.
That's literally like everything here. Like that's it.
Wait. So it's like just White Claw with it rhymes with White Claw fully?
No,
like,
I do not know what they named it.
Oh,
That
okay.
was making it bad fun.
I was gonna say if there was like a
it's called VIP hard seltzer.
VIP hard seltzer. What? That is
in 2023. In 2023.
In the year of our Lord.
What is it made?
I'm
is
not
it
sure
like
the Lord had anything to do with that?
Is it like a malt based
like so many things that you see?
That's all it says. That's all it says. Yeah. I've told you all the information. It's a first of its kind. Oh, sorry. It has collagen protein and it appeals to health conscious consumers.
Whoa! Actually, there should be a huge fucking market for that shit.
There would be, yeah.
It's hard seltzer with
that
collagen.
Is actually business
There's
innovation.
so many people that love White Claw that would drink the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
I would also like to read you some of the runners up real fast.
Just had a baby. Decided not to breastfeed. Fix your stretch marks.
God.
Your skincare routine too much for you? For the alcoholic on the go, drink VIP hard seltzer.
The second place was a mobile app that connects pilots to share flight time and reduce training costs as well as their carbon footprint. Third place was Hire a Match, which helps companies incorporate applicant tracking systems into their hiring process to prevent the increasing percentage of underqualified job applicants that make it through the hiring systems. No one I've heard go looking for a job right now has had trouble, underqualified people getting through their hiring systems.
Wait. Okay, hold up. You mentioned before that UCF had an official ready to drink beverage fund.
Yeah, just look up their corporate sponsors.
On VIPHardseltzer.com, it says Bounceberry Blast is the official beverage of the Kingdom. I assume that's
Kingdom
like
of what?
I assume that has to be like an NIL collective for UCF or something.
No, this is the kingdom of heaven.
I do want to give a shout out.
This is how you
to,
meet Jesus. I've been wrong this whole time.
I want to give a shout out to DePaul.
Yeah,
DePaul
the Kingdom
Athletics.
NIL, UCF.
There you go. Okay. Yep, you're
I
right.
just want to give a shout out to DePaul Athletics for saying that they're basically the only school that has the best drink in the country, and they just posted a bottle of Malort.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So shout out to DePaul.
But isn't it very exclusive?
But it's got to be in the club level because I believe
Yeah,
it's against NCAA regulations, which Arthur pointed out earlier. So
it's against
club
NCAA regulations to have Malort in a stadium. That's a
club
specific
level.
rule.
That's just because they're not brave enough to say it's our mascot.
Now, Beth,
The
you say
DePaul-
this, but only one of us has caught shit from friends this week about never having had Malort before.
God damn it. I said that in confidence.
And that was, you sent that in a personal text to me.
I did.
And now I'm bringing it up here. That was you, Beth.
You gotta call it the DePaul Malort demons.
I mean, the Malort demons are what you get when you drink Malort. So
Okay, so yes, go with that.
I'm not sure I've ever been in like a physical like part of the country that has Malort.
I get it at my liquor store now.
Because they're not in Pennsylvania, and so I have no idea if I've ever even been close enough to have it.
Yeah, but they also don't have Alizé, so I think this just feels like a Pennsylvania thing.
Yeah, wow. You guys don't have Alizé?
Yeah, we were looking it up last week. Like, where is Alizé? Because the youth are rediscovering all these drinks that we were drinking in like
Don't
late high school, early college.
Are we going to
like,
bring back
oh, God
Incredible
help us if
Hulks?
they rediscover Alizé.
Are Incredible
And it
Hulks
turns
coming
out
back?
you can still get Alizé, but I have to drive to like Helena and Great Falls to get it.
Oh, we can bring back Incredible Hulks.
No,
I'm loving
don't
this.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Incredible Hulks.
I had to make
what?
those. I was a bartender and I had to make those.
It's Hypnotic and what?
Hypnotic and Hennessy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That's right. You mix the
Yeah.
hip with
And
the
then
hen.
people were like, oh, you can still get Hypnotic. And then I was like, oh, I wonder if they still have Alizé. And God help us.
By the way,
awesome.
breaking news: the Mets have won.
Oh, yeah.
They are now 9-2 with Grimace after Grimace throwing out the first pitch. So, breaking news that you'll hear 2 days later. I love this because it's just like, hey, we're listening to this. Hey, we're recording live, and then it comes out 2 days later.
Before we go to break, because I don't have a ton. I mean, we can talk a little bit about this. Brent Venables got an extension for some reason at Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I don't know what he did.
I don't know what he did to get it, but I mean, he had a 10-win season. He went to the Alamo Bowl. I mean, he was recruiting well, I believe. I don't know
I assumed
why
that this was just like lock down a coach because we're transitioning to another conference and we want as little uncertainty as possible so recruits don't all jump to everywhere else.
Through 2029?
Yeah, but those numbers don't matter. You know that.
God, I know.
Yeah. I mean, who
Jordan,
knows?
we're extending your contract with the Sickos Committee through 2340.
Yay!
The cryogenic head of Jordan will still be podcasting in 20.
Oh, absolutely. Making sure my kid can't get a fucking job because I'm going to be podcasting.
That's right, folks. But like, so he got a raise. It's a relatively small raise, but he went up to $8.6 million annually. The only problem with that is that I tweeted that, I think on the podcast, I cannot remember who did it, or maybe it was myself, but
I don't remember.
the name Brent Veneables, somebody said it on the podcast that the name sounded like burnt vegetables.
Yeah.
And so I tweeted, I was like, I cannot get that out of my head. Anytime you talk about Coach Brent Venables, I'm just thinking about burnt vegetables. Somebody in the replies said, they moved on from burnt brisket to burnt vegetables. And I was like, okay, they
some
did
solid work.
That is some solid work. I'm like, okay. The only thing is, as soon as I tweeted that, somebody in the replies linked an article. And they said that, Brent Venables had an alias at Clemson. And I was like, what is this alias? Apparently his alias was Jimmy Greenbeans. And so I'm like, where the hell did you get Jimmy Greenbeans? And so I start digging in the article, and the article's written by our friend David Hale. David Hale has done an interview on us, on Jordan and myself, personally for the committee. And, from that point, I start reading this article, which thankfully it wasn't behind a paywall. I started reading it, and the story goes like this. When prepping for the season opener against Auburn this summer, Venables grew frustrated with the performance of the scout team quarterback. It was taking too long. Wasn't going how you'd like. So I'm like, here's how you do it. By the end of the practice, Venables had usurped the position for good. So now Brent Venables, scout team quarterback, against his own defense, essentially. His players love seeing him drop back with the football in hand, shouting out coverages, and then dropping dimes into the secondary. He'd take hits from pass rushers, he'd taunt corners, and he ran it all perfectly. After a few of those early practices, Venables introduced reporters to the new scout team quarterback, an alter ego he dubbed Jimmy Greenbeans. I did not know this story. Oh my God!
Wait,
Arthur
was it
making
Arthur
the
drinking
Incredible
Hennessy?
Hulk right now? He's got Hennessy. I see the Hennessy. All right. Oh God. I mean, Jimmy Greenbeans just got usurped by the Incredible Hulk that Arthur is making on the podcast right now.
The superior green giant.
You only have that one human body. It's the only one you get.
And Beth, that's why
his body is a temple, and that temple is the Parthenon.
My body is a temple, and have you seen temple football recently?
Ho ho!
I'm kidding. That was too mean.
That was good.
People have been asking, by the way, like what's it gonna be like when everyone's at the brawl? Like, are we gonna tailgate? And until now, I haven't really had an answer, but now I'm thinking,
oh yeah. The official drink of the Sickos Committee on a Saturday.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna pre-make it and put it in like a drink dispenser so we can have Incredible Hulk on tap.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
Brigit,
by the way,
you're right. That temple is the Parthenon, and by that I mean we're gonna take his arms and legs and mail them to the British Museum.
That's what I'm saying. It's just gonna fall apart, and the Brits are gonna keep them forever, like the Elgin marbles.
The Buzzballs, by the way, is a proud partner of UCF Athletics, not a official partner. There's different levels.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, nope, that makes sense.
So what they're saying is they're too cheap to get the official sponsorship.
That's basically, yes.
Do we need to do that? Do we need to have like regular patrons and then like proud patrons?
I'll send my feet to proud patrons.
You could make different tiers on Patreon. Like, that's something you can do.
Yeah. Jordan's feet tier. For $10 a month, you get my feet.
You don't get anything else.
No, nothing else.
Those.
Yeah,
Jordan's feet. No podcast. Don't get anything else. Just feet.
It's just my feet.
I don't know if that's in line with the Patreon like terms of service, but
I think you could
we'll
get away with the feet, but I don't know.
I mean, if WTYP can have the Mike Bloomberg tier.
We can make more tiers if we got to.
I know. Jordan's feet tier.
Did everything above us into the ads?
Yeah,
right into the ads with Jordan's feet.
We got our link tree.
I did it.
We got our link tree on Twitter and Instagram and Blue Sky with our partners with codes there. You can use those to get some discounts. We also have our Patreon for $5 a month. You can come join us in our Discord, get you access. You also get access to our paywall Substack posts and our different podcasts, including Commish's Corner, Yes, Rah, 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 Yes, and the Prairie View Chronicles. Last week, Beth and I talked about On Wisconsin with her friend Scott and have an awesome funk cover of On Wisconsin that I love and still have listened to. And then this week, we'll be having another episode of the Prairie View Chronicles with Commish and Blue talking about Prairie View A&M's rough times through the 80s and 90s and how they came out of it.
Yeah, we got through episode 6. Episode 6, we had to kind of cut it short because what was going to happen in 1998 was just going to take us way over the hour limit that we set on these. So we're going to have to do it in episode 7. And we think that'll be the final episode. But stay with us. Episode 6 should be coming out, in a couple weeks or this week. I have no idea what Jordan's schedule is.
This Friday.
Okay. This Friday. Perfect.
We have our merch store, sickoscommittee.org. We're adding things to it all the time. Check it out. Our YouTube channel with our shorts, our Instagram page, and our Substack, where we've got some season previews coming up pretty soon. Shout out Message Board Geniuses podcast. They go to the places we refuse to go, especially Texas A&M boards tonight, because they are not in a good place. This is the night of, by the way, tomorrow is the game 3 of the World Series, if you know what we're recording.
Yeah. So Tennessee won game 2, 4-1. But the Aggies have overtaken Tennessee, I believe, as of this moment. But let me see if they've updated the Jello shot board.
Got to run the numbers. Now.
Let's do that. 3 hours ago, Tennessee was behind A&M by 418 Jello shots. But I tweeted that, and somebody said that somebody just bought $5,000 worth of Jello shots after I tweeted that. But that has not been confirmed on the board as of this recording now. The last 3 College World Series champions have all won the Jello shot contest. And so we're going into game 3, and the Jello shot board is basically within reaching distance of both teams going into game 3. Will the Jello shot streak hold or not?
Then also we have Home Field Apparel, which is our favorite place to get officially licensed collegiate apparel, the softest, the comfiest. Right now, we're in the middle of their Summer 7 series, where they'll be dropping new schools every week with awesome mascots. We have so far had the Santa Cruz. Who's next?
The Gooey Ducks. Oh, yeah.
Oh, the Gooey Ducks.
We just had the okra, but the Gooey Ducks are next.
So we'll be getting more of those shirts. They'll drop a whole collection for Evergreen State as well. So if you want other things, they're there, including a hat. And as the people of Evergreen College say in Latin, I can't remember what the Latin is. I'll say it in English. Their motto is, let it all hang out.
Perfect.
I love Gooey Ducks so much. I'm going to go buy one, I think. Maybe cook it.
Explore the endless bounds of space with all new LEGO building sets. From engineering wonders like LEGO Technic NASA Apollo Lunar Roving Vehicle to astronaut dog walkers, there is a perfect LEGO set for everyone on Earth. First launched in 1978, space sets have been igniting people's curiosity through the ultimate creative medium of LEGO bricks. Their newest collection is sure to propel the wonder for exploration and adventure across the galaxies. Be inspired by LEGO sets that are out of this world. Visit Amazon.com/LEGO Space to see the full collection.
Okay, we go back to other news. Commish, what is this Huskers being buried in Memorial Stadium thing? What are we doing?
So, there was an article in the Lincoln Star Journal, which I believe this is like a reputable, like Lincoln newspaper type thing. It says, love the Huskers to death, ? Proposal would allow fans to be buried in Memorial Stadium.
That is, I mean, we've all talked to folks in college football that have had to clean up people's ashes off of stadiums, because this happens sometimes. People rush the field, you get the ashes dumped, some or a lot of them, just depends. You're not supposed to do this. They had this problem at Disney World as well, apparently.
In the Haunted Mansion ride specifically. That's the worst place for it. I had a friend who worked that ride and talked about like how many people ended up in a vacuum cleaner.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
don't dump your ashes inside the Haunted Mansion ride. They're just going to vacuum your human up and it's going to go in the trash. So
I was reading the article, which is behind the paywall, but I got into it pretty far. They indicated the person that was mentioning this proposal was just talking about adding additional revenue streams. And I was like, no? Like, is this all it is for like additional revenue streams? And like, I just saw like those words and I just stopped. I didn't read anymore. I don't know what it was, but the proposal, like basically like additional revenue streams to be buried. And then I love the picture of this article. It's just like the boneyard. And I'm like, and then I was reminded of your favorite Halloween tweet, Jordan. San Saba, the high school in Texas.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Shout out to San Saba, Texas, which is basically their actual stadium is essentially on a graveyard and bones pop up in heavy rains.
Because this was an old like graveyard for Civil War soldiers and early settlers. It was really old, and in like the early 30s, they just the city gave it to them. They told everyone to get the bodies out. Some bodies had no one to claim, and then they just built the football field over it.
Yeah,
I know. Beth Thiel has a graveyard adjacent.
Yes, that's the visitor side.
But Oh, that's like that. That's like
Scary.
aggressive. Like
Ooh.
the graveyard. That's where the visitors go. Ooh,
The graveyard.
Yeah.
Teal's got
That's
new turf, by the
intimidating.
way.
It's also where I went because I didn't like paying for a ticket. There's a mausoleum with a bench. It was very comfy.
Pitt has a like parking lot, and it's actually like there's like a structure, like it's like multiple levels. It's like right next to the Peterson Event Center, which is the basketball arena, and it's called the OC lot. And a lot of people don't know this, but OC stands for Old Cemetery. So if you're going to a Pitt game and you're parking near the game, there's a good chance you're parking where there used to be a cemetery, and now your car's haunted.
By more than just Pitt football.
I will say, though, that the idea that
it's
bones...
by the ghost of Heinz Field.
That bones pop up in the field is the best part, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, I just got tackled and there's a femur.
Right, like all I'm imagining is like Poltergeist, but with like the dead football players from Beetlejuice.
I
like it. I like this.
I like that.
And I would watch that remake. I want to put that out there for movie studios. Please make that.
This one will work.
I did note that I believe this article indicated just spreading ashes, not necessarily bodies, but I didn't get too far.
I assume not. I don't think they're gonna let you just.
I don't think they're gonna let
even
you
like
just,
burying the I don't.
No, I don't think so.
There are still bone chips in the ashes. If you get a big enough chunk, it could be fun.
What if infill but ashes? We have to do the infill again on the turf. We'll just
like the little balls is just ashes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just someone's like
you drag your feet to make the catch.
Oh no!
And there's just ashes coming.
Oh God.
Wait, and he tripped on Mima at the 15.
Oh my God.
The turf monster.
It's the new Jimmy Hoffa.
The turf monster has a whole other new.
It has a whole other meaning now.
The 10, the 5, and he's leaped over Papa.
Oh no! Peepaw's reaching out. Got him by the laces.
No.
Peepaw's caused
the
touchback.
God.
He gave up the Holy Ghost. Touchback.
As a college marching band enthusiast, I think what we're missing out on here is a fun distribution system, which is why I'm going to load all of those ashes into a permeable membrane, and we're going to stuff it down a sousaphone, and we're just going to blast that thing.
Yes.
During the opening
I almost thought you were going to go with T-shirt cannon.
Oh, that would also be fine. I mean, Nebraska had the T-shirt Gatling gun first, I think.
Yeah.
Different.
There you go. You can pay extra to be in the Gatling gun.
What if you fuck up and breathe in on the sousaphone?
I mean, this thing is fuck up from soup to nuts. The whole thing is fuck up.
I haven't heard
this is a
someone
brand
use
new
it.
occupational hazard for you, the sousaphone player.
I haven't heard someone use the phrase soup to nuts in so long, Beth. Oh my God. Yeah, you're right.
And I'm a 93-year-old lady, so
Jesus Christ. Where's
it so much.
where's my butterscotch candy, Grandma?
So
she's out, but she does have the strawberry ones.
I love those.
It's the best.
The random M&Ms that taste like mint. Oh yeah.
Oh no, God.
It's next to my my small container of funeral mints that I keep restocking every time I have to go back to the funeral home.
Which is next to the hat box, which is sewing supplies.
They just taste better.
The Danish cookies.
Are those butter cookies? Who can tell?
They're never.
They are never cookies.
If you find cookies in there, it's a trap. It's always sewing supplies.
It's always sewing supplies.
There could be cookies in there, but they're homemade cookies that have there aren't the original cookies.
Those are my prize-winning sand tarts from 1974.
The originals.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, none of us are diehard Nebraska football fans.
No,
is there a sporting venue that you would be like, yep, that's what I want my final resting place to be?
Bury me at the Kibby Dome.
Yeah, man. But whatever's going to have to take me is going to take my whole body. I'm going to make him take the whole thing. So if they
You're not going to Stonewall Jackson yourself and have one arm somewhere else.
I mean, we could go full. I mean, I assume that when I died, my legacy is going to be, be so epic that someone's going to try to take my body and claim that they're the true descendant of Jordan, I figure. We're going to do this Alexander the Great style. So when they put me in okay, hold up then. Because I just saw a great picture of the skull of Mary Magdalene in like a golden and clear head in some Catholic church somewhere. And now I'm thinking about how many pieces you can put of me to venerate. So like every stadium in college football has a little bit of Jordan in it. Ooh, I like this idea all of a sudden.
Threat, the way you said it.
Yeah, no, hey y'all, I'm gonna have to do some weird wheel planning, but I do want a piece of myself in every single stadium now.
Dartmouth is getting the golden tibia.
Yes, absolutely. But you got to put it in a case. Say what?
I thought you said Dartmouth is going to get his feet.
Oh, but that's
no,
that's the money maker.
The Patreon tier. Whatever he passes, it's still behind the Patreon tier. It's
our patrons. Our patrons
get it. Jordan's feed Patreon's tier. That's it.
I do like the idea of like creating a scavenger hunt for people where they have to put my body back together.
Like you're a Lego guy?
Yeah. Like I just think people would get a kick out of it. Some people.
Like he's the Shrine of the Silver Monkey.
Yeah.
Just grab the head and the spine and just slam it down. He's back alive again.
They keep turning it around and they can't get it right because they're under pressure and they're anxious.
His pinky toe rests in Orno, Maine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking more that you have to put my body back together to like solve some sort of cipher or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you put the head on correctly, then the it spits out of your mouth or something. Yes, exactly. What if I dropped body parts at specific stadiums that it forms something on a map? Like an arrow pointing to my treasure.
So this is like Michelangelo, but with your corpse?
Yes. Yeah, good. Oh, good. You see the vision.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I see the vision.
Yeah.
We're skating dangerously close to the foreskin of Christ over here.
His body points to UCF Stadium, where the bounty of buzzballs awaits.
Right, that's what
they buried me with, all my buzzballs. My great treasures for the afterlife.
Ones.
All my nog.
The gold in the hazelnut latte awaits.
Y'all, do you guys know that they play international American football? Like, other countries play this sport as well?
Yes.
Do they?
Yeah, they do. And right now they're having the IFAF, International Federation of American Football, World Junior Championships in Canada, which is leading to a couple of fun things. First off, some of these scores, y'all, they're a little rough. Team Canada A beat Brazil 110-0.
And again, I ask, do they really play this sport?
Team Canada B did lose to Austria 41-13.
Well, yeah, that's their B team.
And then the U.S. beat Panama 86-12. I don't know what these numbers mean in any context, though.
So it's actual American football.
Yes.
And if 4-down football being played in Canada.
This feels weird.
Canadian football fields.
If you guys will scroll down in the show notes, you'll see what it looks like when they try to put an American field on a Canadian field. And it looks adorable.
Yeah, friends, this is why you want to make sure that you tumble dry those fields low.
You're never going to be able to stretch it back out.
The sweater, you can't stretch it out again, no matter how carefully you block it. Just accept it and move on.
Yeah. Or maybe like line dry your football field.
Yeah.
That's a good way to do it. Let it drip dry. But yeah, like they ran that thing on high and now it doesn't
and now it's on gentle.
Like, it just doesn't fit the ding dang stadium anymore.
No. You know what's funny? They didn't even have to move the goalposts.
No.
Because the goalposts exactly the same thing. Position. No matter.
No, the only people moving the goalposts are all these college football accounts trying to get off their beer tweets or whatever.
Did they have to change it to meters?
No, they play in yards. And it does play in yards.
It's like American football.
Sorry, Beth. I killed your joke. I know. I killed your joke. Because I had to go, well, actually, I know.
Yes.
I know. I'm sorry.
Looking at these fields reminds me of last month when I went to the like Olympic Stadium in Tokyo that they built for the 2020 Olympics, where it's an Olympic stadium, so like it has the whole track and everything, but then they were playing soccer, so they weren't using like the same dimensions.
Right.
And they just put down basically like green carpet over the track. That's kind of what this reminds me of.
This also will lead into the LA Olympics has decided that they're going to put swimming in SoFi Stadium.
That's what it was. That's what I was thinking about. Like a couple days ago, I was like, damn, I got to make sure to put it on the show notes. And I was wondering, like, what was I thinking of? Now I know.
Which would be less remarkable if they weren't also putting the opening ceremonies in SoFi Stadium.
They're not doing it in the Coliseum?
Oh, no. It's not SoFi Stadium.
They're
it's
Coliseum.
Like the football stadium in California.
Because they can't call it SoFi Stadium because the Olympic stadiums can't be.
Yeah.
What's funny though is like all of these stadiums don't even have like backup names ready.
No.
I feel like a lot of stadiums, like even when they have like a sponsored name, they'll have like a backup name ready. Mm-hmm. And I guess the ones in LA just because a lot of these ones in LA have like multiple teams, so you can't just default to like Rams Stadium or something.
They should just call it the Ram Charger Stadium.
The
Charger Ram.
The Charger Rams. That works better. Okay.
Team Ramrod Stadium.
I guess they're also not going to be able to go with Crypto.com Arena.
No. It's going to be the, you can't even do Staples Center.
No.
Yeah. No, I forget the exact phrase they used, but it was literally like the sports arena in downtown LA. Like, it is trying to get around rules by saying things, but
the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim Sports Arena.
Okay, big vibes of that.
Very, very big vibes of that.
They are also moving the softball part of that Olympics to Oklahoma City because it's the only place that has a softball specific stadium that's that big.
They should just crowdsource it so that then we can end up with like we're going to rename SoFi Stadium for the purposes of the Olympics to like the Swamp.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I like this. A lot. Speaking of swamps, or let's say water travel.
Yeah.
Texas State. We've had Texas, Austin, be like, check out our Lambos and Ferraris. We had USF park a bunch of Lamborghinis on dead grass and try to be like, look at our Lambos. And then Texas State in San Marcos, one of their recruits, Jay Carter, posts a picture of them just floating down the river in San Marcos. If y'all don't know, San Marcos is famous for floating. You grab a beer, you grab an inner tube, and you just head down the river for a bit. You know what? That's not a bad visit, y'all.
I just hope they're not drinking beer.
No, of course not.
No.
I mean, these are root like
beer.
High school
root beer,
kids, right?
They're drinking the BYU chocolate milk.
Is it like a calm river?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's too. Oh,
okay. Like there's no rat. Because around here you wouldn't be doing that.
No.
Depends on the
where you'd be prepared.
Yeah, if you're on around here, if you're on a river where it looks like that would be a good idea, you're gonna get hit by a barge.
Probably.
Yeah. No. This is the San Marcos River, and it flows. It flows into the Blanco River.
These rivers in the area in between like San Antonio and Austin, like very, very shallow rivers. And if it hasn't been raining much whatsoever, like you really can't tube well.
You'll drag your ass. Yeah.
You'll drag your, this is why you need to have a bottom on the tube, because there'll be some rocks saying hello to you in certain ways you didn't expect.
You're saying hello to the rock at that point. It didn't move.
Yeah, it didn't move. Yeah, you get to say hello like, oh God. And then you got to do the separate tube for the ice chest. But, really, they're relatively slow moving rivers. There are some like not necessarily like rapids, but like there are some like kind of like chutes, like little chutes where the water speed will pick up a little bit, maybe go like 5-10 miles an hour, which is like the fun part to go through. And then you get lost from your party, and you try to like gather together unless you were tied together. If you were tied together, you're probably not going to make it through the chute. But, you get separated and you just hope you're the one that was hanging on to the ice chest at that point. Because then you're set. You don't care about anybody else. They got to swim back to you.
There's a bunch of rivers like this, the Guadalupe, the Comal, the Frio, the San Marcos River. There's all these rivers in Central Texas that you can just kind of float down. And it's sort of like their national pastime.
Yeah.
Is this a thing where you are, Brigit?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I was just that we went floating on the Clark Fork last summer, and I hit one of those chutes where like it's little mini baby rapid.
Yeah.
Did it on the wrong side, flipped my tube, lost a couple of my beers, and then was very sad about it because the river had claimed them, and now I couldn't drink them, and I had to get myself back in my tube. But yeah, we would float the Madison all the time in Bozeman, and it's a big reason why I like living in Bozeman in the summer, because you can just go down and float the Maddie with a couple of your friends, and there's your afternoon.
Tubing was not necessarily a thing in Louisiana too much. Some rivers, but you always had to watch out for the gators.
Yeah, you got to know like where's your put-in point and where your takeout point is, because they're like you go a little too far and then you're absolutely screwed and you're done.
That is why when LSU built like the giant lazy river, I was like, yeah, that's pretty smart. You don't want them to be like tubing around in the gators, in the swamp, in the bayou. Yeah, that was very smart, LSU. I did not give them any crap for doing that. So,
I mean,
you're lake people, Beth, aren't you?
Kind of. Like, we have one of the better whitewater sites quite near to me, and there are 3 runs there on the Yauk. Like, and the middle Yauk is a pretty flat run. Like, it has some class 1 and some class 2 rapids, but nothing really huge. The big thing about the middle Yauk is you want to make sure you pull out of there at the right time, or you are going to go down a 30-foot waterfall. Okay. So, like, read the signs.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's always the thing. Like, you'll see it on the news. Someone didn't.
Yeah, someone screwed up and missed the giant red sign with a skull and crossbones on it.
People miss those, you know. I'm someone, like, as a lifelong Pittsburgher, it's pretty well ingrained in me. Like, you don't want to touch river water. Like, that's not something you want to get anywhere near. And like I worked on it was Garfield's Nightmare at the time at Kennywood, which is like a ride where like you float through. You don't want to touch that water either. If I see like flowing water, it's like, yep, I'm good. I don't want to touch that. Okay.
I think this is a great flex for Texas State because the people they're pulling in for the most part are like Texas kids anyways. And if you're showing that San Marcos is fun, and y'all, it's a fun town, I think this is good. Even GJ Kinney, their coach, was getting in on this too, posting pictures of him tubing with everyone else. And they're doing it right. They've got like the real ones with the space for coolers. They're doing this correctly. I'm just going to shout out SMU. Y'all, they've raised $159 million this in 2023 and 2024. That's a lot of money for college football. That's a lot for SMU. They're back, baby. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm going to be sad when I can't get to their press box so easily anymore because, you know, the ACC has come to town.
Power 4 football.
Mustangs. I think I've said that before, but the best part about SMU Stadium is that you have to walk through the hallway with the luxury boxes to get to the press box. And so you have just every SMU money person pouring drunkenly in and out of those luxury boxes as you're walking by trying to stick to the wall. It's delightful.
It was awesome when I went to Texas State.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just to see all the drunk, like, Texas State boosters, like, just with a full stadium for a game with ULM.
Yeah.
It was just, I mean, it was a great game. Sorry that we lost by a point. It still hurts. But, you know, again, it's amazing to see that, like, the big money boosters in the suites. And then you get to do it when you just go to the press box. That's awesome. And they also got a nice new scoreboard.
They do.
Yeah, SMU is interesting because their donors, like, they've raised all this money, but that's basically paying for them to get into, like, they basically bought their way into the ACC. Mm-hmm. The way that the whole, like, money is working is, like, they're just, like, not taking the TV money, and so, like, they're raising all this money to offset that. It's kind of like, you know how in those fields that have a ton of Nepo babies in them?
Yeah.
It's, like, a lot of it is just, like, they're just children of parents who could afford to, like, subsidize them for a while. So, like, that's how they could get a career in that field. Mm-hmm. Like, that's, like, SMU is that type of school now in the ACC.
I mean, they've always been that type of school. Now they're just in the ACC. We also have some other sport news in the Euros. The graphic I kept seeing was that own goals in the UEFA Euro Soccer Championships has the highest goal total right now with 6.
Yeah.
This is a career performance from own goal.
Owen goal is impressed. On fire.
I have
never seen a performance like this from own goal.
I have loved watching Euro in the morning, and then Copa America at night. Copa America has been nothing but knife fights and brawls.
It's been great.
Ecuador ends up with a guy with a red card for sending his cleats to someone's head about 25 minutes in last night, then scores a goal to go 1-up on Venezuela. They end up losing 2-1. But every Copa America game has been the epitome of brutality. Like, just a rock fight, and I'm loving every moment of it. Other things, the U.S. Olympic team will bring their own AC units to Paris.
Is it all like window units?
I assume so, yeah.
That's right. The United States of air conditioning.
There are a bunch of countries that are also doing the exact same thing.
But it's fun. But it's funnier that it's American.
Oh yeah, it's very on brand.
No one's gonna laugh when the Canadian team shows up with the ACs, but when the Americans show up with ACs, that's
right, because
fun.
we have a better song, because we can roll up and sing "My Country 'Tis of Thee," like "My country 'tis of thee, we brought our own AC."
Love it. Fun. Sold. Also, in international news, the U.S. has been eliminated from the Cricket World Cup.
Oh,
pour one out. They had a not great game against England today.
Look, man, they lost. They only advanced. They only advanced due to a rainout.
I think they would have beat Ireland. I think they would have beat
Ireland.
Ireland.
I don't know, man.
Anyways,
but thank you, rainout, for allowing us to get 2 more games of the United States cricket. Thank you.
And on our own merits, we did still beat Pakistan. So no one can ever take that from us.
I do want to give huge credit to Roger Sherman. I believe GQ decided to send him to the it was I was gonna say West Indies, but that's not a city. Wherever they were having it in the West Indies, because they call that cricket team the West Indies.
Yeah. It's like in all the island, like Barbados.
Beth, look at me like I just used a slur from like colonialism, and I did technically, but there was a reason for it. Let me find the city. Bridgetown is in Barbados, so they were in Barbados. Okay, there we go. They did lose there to England. They lost like 10 wickets on 6 runs. Garsh blimey. I don't know how to read scores.
They got killed by England, probably.
Yeah, one of England's bowlers, Adil, was just throwing googlies, and that dude was a beast today. It was a bad game.
Okay, so England won by 10 wickets with 62 balls remaining. That will mean something to someone.
Yeah,
that's a lot of balls remaining.
Yeah, because it's so they won't. How many overs did they get through?
62 balls remaining. I don't know. No, it was the 9.4th over.
Oh no! So it's T20 cricket. So there's 20 overs.
That's so six bowls and over.
Yes.
Okay.
And I believe so. So then England elected to field, right? So then they just have to try to match whatever the US did. US, when I was there, like I was watching right before drinks, which is the 10th over, because it's T20. So your halftime essentially is the drinks break, which is right after the 10th over. And they had a run rate of like 6.06, which is not something you want to have. Like you need a much higher run rate, especially against a team like England. But I saw like 4 wickets in a row, and I was just like, I think I'm done. I think I know how this game's gonna go.
I think what throws me is that the game itself says only 115 to 117, but that's because the way cricket scoring works, if you're the second team and you're chasing the first team, if you just like get past them, you don't have to play the rest of your bowls.
Right, exactly.
They could have gone to 300.
Right. Well, like the thing was, like we kept it, like the US kept it very close in that game against South Africa. Like it was a lot closer than you would have thought against a team that was the champion like 2 or 3 like World Cups ago. Like the US did quite well in that game and then just slowly collapsed like a flan in a cupboard.
Thank you, Eddie Izzard.
Good. I'm so glad someone got that.
And Arthur, what happened in the cup race?
So NASCAR, they had never done this before. They started the race on dry tires. It rained, and they waited for the rain to pass, and then they went to their wet tires. So this is a new thing that they're doing for ovals. They haven't done it in the past. But what was funny about it was that NASCAR was very controlling about the tires that teams could use.
Okay.
So like normally, like if you've watched like F1 or NASCAR or anything, the tires are up to the teams, right? Like the team will say like, okay, like come in and pit, we'll put tires on, we'll go back out. And then so NASCAR was like just they really had that locked down. Like they told the teams like you're not allowed to pit, you're not allowed to put new tires on, like under no circumstances. Unless your tire is completely flat, you may not put any new tires on. And then every time there was a caution, the teams would all get on the radio and be like begging NASCAR to let them put new tires on. And like every so often NASCAR would relent and they'd say like, okay, fine. Every single car in the field, come down pit road, put new tires on and go back. They had like non-competitive pit stops. So like you weren't like going in, like trying to pit fast, like get out. It was like, no, okay, fine. Like we're going to bring everyone down pit road, change the tires, go back out. And they did that for the full 82 laps. They went through 3 sets of wet tires. So they put them on to start that run. And then twice the teams were able to lobby NASCAR successfully, like, please give us tires. And NASCAR was like, okay. It was just very funny because I've never heard that before in a race. Like there have been races where like tire rules have come into where like the series has said like, we're going to have a tire rule. Like you can only do this with your tires because of like safety concerns, but I've never seen it like with that strong of a control over like your pit stops, what you're doing with your tires.
That seems so wild. Just compared to other race sports, that seems wild to be that controlling.
Yeah, it was just really funny too to just hear like the drivers just, like begging for tires. Like, oh, like my tires are so gone. Like I'm spinning out. We need new tires. You know, we talk to NASCAR. Like, please get us tires. It was like a lot of people were skeptical, but the overall concept of using the wet tires, which like they were doing one of the first time they've done that, very successful. So good for NASCAR for that.
So, folks, for the rest of the podcast, what we're going to do is we have our mascot fights. These are hypothetical mascot fights between the costumed mascots of these various schools. And I'm going to pick for us the Mac tonight.
Okay.
Oh, we got Maction going on here.
We got Maction going on tonight.
Okay.
So
let's do
we'll
it.
start with 2-on-2s. I'm not going to feed the audio in because the audio always sucks. I'll just tell you what we drew.
Can we see the spin though? At least?
No, you can trust me. We have Northern Illinois is Victor E. Husky.
Okay.
And then we have All State's Charlie Cardinal. Now this one, y'all, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to have to look up pictures. I don't have these like in my head. I believe I know what Victor Husky looks like.
Boy, Charlie Cardinal is maybe the most birds with teeth of all the birds of teeth I have seen thus far.
Beth, you drop that in the chat. I'll drop Victor E. Husky.
Holy crap.
We can have some conversations.
That's kind of...
so
God.
Victor E. Husky has those husky blue eyes that tell you...
That's a respectable husky from a school that has a superior husky mascot.
Teeth.
Oh, he's smiling big.
Bird.
Oh my God.
What I love about that is there's no like top or bottom teeth.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah.
All our teeth. Yeah, this is
like
a bird that
whale.
has baleen plates.
But say it's like a filter feeder. Yes.
I don't know if this. I mean, well, obviously the mascot costume, the mouth doesn't open. I don't think this like if it was
and
real,
to be clear,
the mouth would open.
I picked the least deranged picture I could find. It does get considerably worse.
Oh yeah, and Commish just dropped a retro.
Oh boy.
Oh my God, the one where he's holding up the drink. Oh
yeah.
Jesus.
That is like
Buzzball.
if I saw that picture,
Oh my
like
God.
if a dude was walking up to me like that in a bar with that look on his face, I am leaving the bar. I am running. I'm not even taking my stuff. I'm out.
The eyebrows, really, Ball State's eyebrows. Oh God,
the one where he's
I'll be over here just falling down the stairs looking at.
What about Cardinal with human hands, Beth? Hey Beth, look at it. What about Cardinal with human hands?
Oh.
With some
Gotta
nicely done
get points
nails.
for the human hands for drinking a Coke.
I don't. Okay, do you want human hands or do you want the picture that I just posted where it's just I am
nubs
plucked chicken arms?
Okay, Okay, I'm gonna vote for the Cardinal here because he looks deranged. He's got bodies somewhere.
It's been deranged the whole time. Like Victory Husky seems to be just very friendly throughout its entire
normal,
history.
respectable husky mascot, right?
Yeah.
Like
just like a normal,
it's sort of like, hey guys, welcome to the football match. And he gets shivved by a deranged bird.
Victory Husky is just like welcoming you to summer camp.
He gets shivved
like,
with
hey
those
guys,
nubs. Like the nubs are knives.
Can I offer you an old retro husky though?
Go ahead.
Maybe.
Because he used to have a different look on his face.
Oh my god, no.
He looks just really concerned about things. It's like tight-lipped almost.
Is that ball?
Well, I found a fur affinity link for Charlie Cardinal. That's where I'm at today. Nope.
Oh dear.
No.
Could be worse. Jordan could bring up again.
All right. Charlie the Cardinal, move it on.
Okay. Oh, hey guys, I found another one that's even better. Hold up.
If we gotta look up all these Mac mascots, that's totally
I'll go
fine.
faster.
Oh
my god. That one right there. Oh, he's
again another look where if someone looked at me like that, I'm running in the opposite direction.
Don't cross his path.
I'm gonna post that I'm gonna post that without context in a moment. Give me a second.
Okay, perfect.
Next matchup is Rufus the Bobcat, who we know.
Oh God.
We know he's fire.
Yeah, because
then we have
Buckeye.
Victor E. Bull.
What's up with the Victory?
They're really on Victor E.
Victor E? There's two Victor E's?
Well, now we have to have them fight.
Victor E. Bull.
Victor E. off.
They should have a trophy or something. I feel like the Mac mascots got their names from listening to Car Talk credits.
Okay, I have found a picture of Victor E. Bull playfully wrestling with Rufus the Bobcat.
Perfect.
This exists. This is not AI. This is real. Because real is always better.
It looks like Victor E. Bull is currently winning over the Bobcat.
Yeah, just a little bit.
What is going on with that tail?
I don't know.
It looks...
He's receiving signals from space.
Yeah, the problem with Victor E. Bull is that he's just sort of your generic muscle-bound dude with a bull helmet on. Rufus has bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Rufus has got a body of work. Rufus has taken out Brutus the Buckeye.
Oh, yep.
Emphatically.
That's got my vote.
Yeah, that's what it. As someone who's severely Michigan pilled, I have to vote for Rufus.
That's also. That's a cat with murder in its heart.
Yeah.
If you look at,
and a Bobcat mascot, I just have to respect it on principle.
Sorry, if you look at the picture that Victory Bull is trying to take Rufus, if you think about it, Rufus seems to have both arms of Victory Bull and is about to do a hip toss.
He does.
Okay.
Oh,
I got Rufus moving on because there is so much reputation there that I can't give it to Victory Bull. I can't give the victory to Victory Bull.
Honestly, if Victor E. Bull isn't strong enough to defend his own damn name in conference, what are we even talking about?
I can't wait if Buffalo plays Northern Illinois this year. We're just gonna do a giant victory. Who gets the victory?
Oh, the Victor E. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
To the Victor E. goes
E.
the spoils. Goes the spoils.
Hail to the Victor E.
Hail to the Victor E. And then you have to change your name.
Yep.
Next up, Eastern Michigan's Swoop versus Central Michigan's No Mascot.
So Swoop advances.
Swoop. Yeah, can I look at what Swoop looks like?
Swoop has an unusually articulated beak for a mascot.
Yeah, he's not quite as surprised as the horse mascots we've had, but he has a little of that. It's the open mouth again.
And he's the bird with no teeth. This is a no teeth bird.
Yeah.
Oh, how do we feel about that bird?
I feel like he's gonna try to gum to death the bird with teeth, but we'll see if they end up going head to head at some point.
Swoop.
So we got,
I don't know that you needed teeth if you have a beak like that.
I think Swoop is on some sort of like substance at all times based off of the eyes.
Swoop does look like he would have no trouble opening a V8 can.
Nope.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, can sweet and condensed milk can? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Done.
Like he's a church key of a mascot.
Swoop advances.
Swoop advances. Next up, Kent State's Flash versus Akron's Zippy. Oh my God.
Oh boy.
Oh my God. We got the wagon wheel like mascot.
Sorry. Now, if I remember correctly, Flash is a little weird one, right?
Uh-huh.
I can't remember what the current version looks like, but I do know.
Like that.
Okay, yeah, no, he is a toothed bird. He's got double
that's
mouth.
Double mouth, like
too many mouths.
Just like Herky.
I would argue it's not as bad as Herky.
No, but he does have too many mouths that he must scream.
Yes, he does.
The problem, though, Commish, you know what the problem here is, right?
What?
Problem is that we have emotional history with Grog.
We do.
I did drop Grog in there. Grog was their caveman mascot for a while.
That's the only mascot I acknowledge for them.
True.
Why would they ever go away from that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Encino Man ruined the brand.
I think we have to go with current.
Damn it, Brendan Fraser.
We have to go with current Herky. See, I almost said it. Current Flash versus Akron Zippy, who I do love dearly, and he is a kangaroo. Now, is he too plushy? Because he has the figure of Big Red. And I say that with all the compliments it entails.
Oh man, I feel like that bird is just gonna take that beak and just skin that kangaroo. Like take off the pelt in one swoop,
It's Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, this is like trying to peel an apple with a knife all in one strip.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
horrifying.
the Kent State mascot, like it has the teeth, but they're not fearsome teeth. Like the teeth give off more of a like you just heard someone say a word you can't say on the radio type thing, and like you're the campaign manager.
I see that the kangaroo has absolutely no sharp parts whatsoever. That is a popple of a mascot right there.
Jesus Christ.
There's nothing like there's no ability for attack whatsoever. I agree with you, Arthur, on the teeth. On our we have seen menacing teeth on some of these birds. Those are not menacing teeth, but that beak does look fairly menacing.
Can we get a profile of this? Because I like just looking head on, I feel like I can't tell if the beak is
I got the profile.
This is good.
I have like Zippy putting up the Dukes right now
with Flash.
When I see the teeth on the Kent State mascot, like that's probably the facial reaction that like the Boston Celtics PR person makes when Joe Mazzulla does interviews.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah, like Zippy looks like if my kid is trying to square up with me when he's just having a lot of big feelings and he doesn't really know what to do with them, and it's adorable, and I'm trying really hard not to laugh in that like I love you so much kind of way. The Flash looks like if my sister squares up with me.
Yeah, this has a look of like, come on, let's go. And about 4 seconds after this picture is taken, that bird punches him into next week.
Yes.
And then bites his arm off.
4 seconds tops.
I'm gonna go with y'all on this one. I think Flash gets this.
The thing where I was like kind of like, can Zippy do anything? Like, because Zippy's a kangaroo, can it balance on the tail and then like kick you with kangaroo feet? The only problem, the costume mascot Zippy has normal like tennis shoes.
Yeah.
Oh no, then never mind. Yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna kick you with my airwalks. No, you're not.
And that tail is not big enough to support the weight of the human body.
Can't support the weight of Zippy. Zippy's too friendly. And
there's an utter lack of any type of muscle tone. Like
nothing.
I said he's got Big Red's body.
Kangaroo.
I mean, he does, yeah.
Next up,
I'm posting a popple in the chat now.
Thank you.
Is Freddie and Frida Falcon from Bowling Green versus Buster Bronco from Western Michigan. I got Freddie and Frida here. hey, let's figure out what are their feminine characteristics that we're gonna say that makes them a girl.
Look at those eyelashes.
Eyelashes and
eyelashes that are breaking the line of the head.
Yeah,
Boy,
eyelashes and a dress, a skirt. Yeah, it's probably a skirt.
She definitely gets some permanent eyelashes.
We're looking for Western Michigan Buster Bronco.
Yeah, Western Michigan Buster.
There's Boise State is also a Buster Bronco.
Oh my god, he looks high as hell.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, there's one. There's one.
Boy.
There's one with like.
Him?
Oh my god! Look at this.
No,
there's
this
one
mascot has seen enough of this game.
Oh
god! I didn't know I needed cocaine horse tonight, but boy, I did.
Oh my god!
No, this is Weed Horse. This
Weed
horse is.
Look at the picture Commish posted. That's cocaine
that's
horse.
Who did cocaine and immediately regrets that decision.
Oh, this was an update.
Does the mouth open?
I don't know.
I don't know if they updated him or not. I can't
They
figure out which one.
They changed the eyeballs because.
Are you asking if they updated him? Are you asking if they updated him from this?
Like it used to be he had angry eyebrows, but now he just has like I'm so fucked up eyebrows.
Dude.
Beth, that picture you posted on the left looks like a chess piece.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, y'all, the angry eyes one is the current one.
Okay, angry eyes one is current.
Bad.
Okay,
angry eyes is the current one. The droopy eyed one is the old one.
Oh man, bring back. Look, they messed up the logo. They've messed up the mascot too.
I know that we're not looking at cartoon
Western
mascots,
Michigan.
but you need to look at this.
Oh boy.
Hey, it's Poochie.
Well, now we know it. Is that the current one?
Who knows?
Because I think they should send him to his home planet.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Like Western Michigan, I'm so mad at you. Like you ruined your awesome branding that you had with this weird knockoff Washington Commanders logo. And you've like messed up this ridiculously chill high mascot with like an angry horse with like an open mouth.
I'm so sad because we could have had the happiest bird mascots I have seen since we've done this versus the world's most like high horse.
Yes.
And we were denied that, and I'm so angry about it.
A high horse that everyone's literally on.
Yeah. A real didn't we almost have it all moment.
Oh god. Okay, so
man, let me tell you, this high horse is not losing a fight, not because it would win. I just don't think like you could do too much to bother it.
I don't think it can feel pain.
Yeah, like you'd hit the horse would be like,
nah, dude, nah.
That horse is about to achieve nirvana one way or another.
And he was going to achieve nirvana right before they changed the mask.
And they brought him back to Samsara. Like, what? Why? Why would you do that to him?
That horse's heart rate is 7.
You can slow it down. Oh god. Okay. Who's winning, guys?
Look, I think I gotta go with the horse because when I typed in Freddie Falcon, and Frida Falcon,
yeah,
the Atlanta Falcons came up.
No, bad.
That's always a bad sign.
That is not a good sign. Like I had to specifically put in Bowling Green.
Okay. Well,
I feel like the Bowling Green mascots, like they look too cute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like I don't see them in a fight. I see them like on Instagram.
Okay.
They're that annoying couple that is just too good together, and you just hate hanging around them.
They have a shared Instagram account for sure. They share their Instagram account for sure.
But not for a bad reason.
No, it's just they're just that kind of couple.
Wholesome. It's too wholesome.
It's too wholesome. They're too wholesome. And shout out for the stuffed whatever bread that they put on their graphic, Bowling Green. We love you.
Even Grimace couldn't get between them.
Yes.
No, not gonna happen. Grimace could not.
But they would be like, hey, like Grimace comes up and offers, and they go, hey, thanks for the offer. That's not what we're up to. But if you want to come over, just like have some, come and have a barbecue with us. We're happy to have you.
Hey,
I
Grimace,
hate to derail this,
yeah,
but you need to see what I just found.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, the human legs.
Oh yeah, it's a bird with human legs and human hands.
It's also, they're desperately trying to make this a very accurate bird.
Yeah.
They try.
But on the plus side, I don't think I see any like female coded characteristics on this mascot. Does she have any eyelashes?
I think she has eyelashes.
Okay.
Does she have a purse? I feel like she has a purse.
Is that a purse? I think it's just her sleeve.
Yeah.
The caption on this is they're showing off their signature Chuck Taylors.
I
I
respect
love
the
this.
choice in footwear if you're going to be on your feet for several hours.
Oh my god, these historical photos are so good. I'm having the best day now.
Okay, well,
Enjoy.
we're calling Buster Bronco as our winner on this one.
Buster Bronco advances because it's the angry Bronco.
The fuck is that? What plague mascot? Again, birds with human hands. I think I hate birds with human hands more than I hate birds with teeth.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
That beak looks like a traffic cone.
Would you like to see a picture of their spirit organization that helped to found this mascot?
Yes.
Enjoy.
Look. Oh god, they're wearing balaclavas.
Jesus.
What the fuck is going on in
Okay, my best friend is an alum. I have to ask her what's going on at her school.
What the fuck is going on there? Jesus.
That looks like something you see on the news from
right.
like a terrorist.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you one more and then I'm done.
This is a fit
Those people about to roll up on you in a Toyota Hilux.
These are some guys.
Took off their heads.
These are some guys who thought they could pull off a heist.
I'm sorry.
Thank you for showing the class, Beth.
Here in Pittsburgh, we have actually. I don't think it happened this year because they didn't open the rink, but there's like a mascot skate at the local like public rink, and like all the the pirate parrot's there, Iceberg of course is there, like Rock is like it's like all the mascots across everything. They all have like you can go skate with the mascots. So I think that if these mascots can skate, I might reevaluate like what they can do. But we've already picked the horse.
I think we're the horse.
Can they still do that?
Can I just make a plea for Bowling Green to bring back, let's have as close to an actual bird as we possibly can that we put on these people.
I'm so glad we got away from the actual birds.
Look, Bowling Green follows us and they love us. And this Bowling Green is essentially one of the only Falcons that I can love. Shout out to Air Force also. As the Saints fan. So, again, I don't like many Falcons. I love Bowling Green. Maybe we can put in a word.
I'm like 2 seconds away from tweeting right now.
Our last pair is Swoop the Red Hawk. Okay. Another swoop.
Swooping.
There's a second swoop.
What?
And
there was a second swooper.
And
swoop there.
Mr. President, there was a second swooper. And then Rocky the Rocket from Toledo.
Ooh.
Now, Swoop is sort of a generic bird mascot because he's very recent. They don't have an old version of him to even go back to because of name changes.
Yeah, because again, that's...
and also Swoop is also the Utah mascot as well. We have lots of
swoops.
I don't know why, but Swoop, just like looking at Swoop reminds me of the Providence Friar. Like I know it's like one's a human and one's a bird, but I feel like it's the same facial expression.
We then have Rocky the Rocket. So Rocky is actually a spaceman.
Oh.
Not the actual astronaut himself. I will show you Rocky's friend, Roxy.
Oh, God.
They are dating, they're not married, not dating, and not brother and sister. They're just best pals.
What about the old school Rocket mascot?
So there's the actual like oh yeah.
Okay, well, we all know what that looks like.
Oh, but like that wasn't the only one.
Like a traffic cone. What?
Because I have one in bell bottoms.
Oh
no.
And then I got one that looks like has boxing gloves.
This is this is the kind of creature that would show up in an old like 60s B movie that would then get riffed in Mystery Science Theater.
Yes. This feels like the creature from Beyond the Stars.
Yes.
Talk about get some action.
Yeah, and charitably, I would describe this mascot as the mascot that looks most like the Ypsilanti Water Tower.
Yes, Beth, he does look like Lord Zed. The original.
He doesn't. He doesn't look like Lord Zed. He looks like the he's like the Scrappy Doo version of Lord Zed.
Good.
I got the Rocket Man.
We have Lord Zed at home.
I got Rocket Man advancing.
Got Rocket Man advancing? I don't know.
Yeah,
Bridget, that was a wonderful joke.
Thank you.
Oh, hold up. I got another rocket picture for you guys before we go on. There we go. He's in a clown outfit, I think. It's pretty awful.
I don't know. I feel like Rocket versus Bird.
Yeah, I think we know what wins.
Yeah.
Googling Rocket versus Bird.
Okay, so we're gonna go with Rocky here.
Yeah.
So our first round winners are, by the way, we have from Ball State, Charlie the Cardinal.
Okay.
Rufus the Bobcat from Ohio.
Wait, Troy the Cardinal?
It was Charlie the Cardinal.
Oh,
right?
I thought you said Troy for some odd reason.
Charlie, sorry.
What the hell?
Rufus the Bobcat, Swoop from Eastern Michigan, Flash from Kent State, Buster Bronco from Western Michigan, and Rocky the Rocket from Toledo.
Okay.
That gives us 6. How do you want to
do one more round and we'll get 3 for the Twitter poll?
Okay, so we'll do pairs here.
Yeah.
First up is Charlie the Cardinal versus Rufus the Bobcat. Cats eat birds. That's where I'm at on this one.
I got Rufus advancing.
Rufus has a body count.
Yeah, Rufus.
I think Rufus will like pull out Charlie's eyebrows, and it's over. It's not. Charlie's got the teeth, one set of teeth, but Rufus has got 2.
Okay.
Yeah, Rufus is just more about that life.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Next, we got Swoop from Eastern Michigan and Flash from Kent State.
So 2 like birds going at it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Eastern Michigan because the mouth is open, and I feel like thus it's more useful.
Oh, we do have 1 mouth versus 2 here, but is the other one too clenched?
Yeah, like I feel like Kent State is too clenched, so you can't really use it to bite on anything. Whereas, like, look at all that space up inside that Eastern Michigan mouth that your head could go in.
You can practically fit a whole Kent State in there. Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go with Swoop here for being the more intimidating bird.
I got Kent State's advancing. I don't know, like, if you want to disagree with me or not, but like Swoop seems like he's on some sort of medication, and I feel like Kent State's Flash is just so angry, the epitome of just anger in everything that you can see. Just furious, Rust Belt energy.
Swoop is the talk about it, and Kent State is the be about it.
I mean, Kent State can't be the talk about it because his mouths are both closed.
Exactly.
So
he's got the problem of Hello Kitty.
Yeah, Commish has swayed me on this one. The boiled rage that is going on in that bird's heart.
Mm-hmm.
Got Flash then. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then lastly, it's Buster Bronco versus Rocky the Rocket. I am torn on this one because there's a lot good here. I'm going to show you guys a picture that might sway you slightly. Let me find it again because I scrolled away from it. It's a slide against Rocky because I have found a picture of him sitting on Brutus the Buckeye's lap, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Why is he? Don't tell Brutus the Buckeye what you want for Christmas. What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's giving Brutus the Buckeye a lap dance.
That better or worse?
Worse.
Maybe it's like Urban Meyer in his restaurant that one time.
I mean, that's how he's got to work for that, that payout money,
Mm-hmm.
So here's where we're at. We have Buster versus Rocky.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure where to go on this one, y'all. I need some convincing.
I'm going with Rocky because Rocky is wearing a helmet. That's good for your defense.
Okay.
That's good for defense against the angry Bronco.
Getting kicked in the head. Yeah.
Yeah.
It also mitigates the problem of weird facial expressions because there is no facial expression. So therefore we can't get mad. Like, historically, they both have very strong mascots. but in their current iteration, one is a clear improvement and one is a downgrade. And the improvement for me is Rocky.
Let's say I'm gonna have to have you tell you who the improvement is, because did you see the dicks? Did you see all the dicks? Because
I'm saying the improvement is the helmet.
Oh, so the dicks
from
needed a helmet. Got it.
And instead of going from high horse to angry horse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, they've decided to oh God.
They've decided to keep it in their pants. That's what they decided.
These are two mascots that are both sort of resting on past glories. Like, they're not what they were. They just aren't.
No, they're not.
But yeah, if I think I agree. I think I'm going to go with Rocky on this one because it has fallen further from the light. It has fallen not as far from the light of God.
Right.
Okay. So here's our problem now. This will put up to the listeners. We have Rufus the Bobcat, who has bodies on him.
Mm-hmm.
Kent State's Flash, the Angry Bird.
Probably got bodies on him too.
Mm-hmm.
Or wants to, at least.
And then Rocky the Rocket, who no one can see his dead eyes. Because he's just killing people.
I think
those are your three.
You know, I like Rufus's chances because, you know, got the claws and potentially rip off the Rocket Man's helmet. But we're going to put it up to the Twitter voters, of course. And this is very scientific, what we do here. But we definitely do appreciate you listening to the podcast and figuring out how the hell we came up with this, along with the hilarious pictures that we uncovered about all these mascots, because we couldn't recall all of these right off the top of our head. This is
funnier because we had to go through the history.
Because we have to go through the history of them, which is like, I'm glad we do. Like,
well, now I just end up. Now I'm just sad that we don't have the historical mascots anymore.
I mean,
true.
This is a season of us only using historical mascots photos for things.
As well, we should.
Yeah. Okay, folks. That's
Arthur,
what we got
are you making yourself a double?
Jesus Christ. Brigit is having a delightful beer. Arthur's pouring himself a second Incredible Hulk. And I'm Jordan. We've had a night.
Arthur is getting down 2000 style.
Speaking of strength, the light of God.
With David Banners, like a pimp.
Just as long as we don't go into play territory.
Yeah. Okay, folks. We will talk to you guys on the other side.
Mix the hip and the hen. Call it Incredible Hulk.